We are the only duo, so we're going to be competing for the X space.
Indeed, yes, I get to push her off. We figured it wasn't hard enough to just do one person, so we're doing two. Anybody here ever had to see a webcast online? Raise your hands, raise your paws. There's going to be the interactive part. Was it boring? Was it awful? Did you hate it? Tell me what was bad about it. Yell it, yell it. It was dull. You didn't like it. It was awful. What else? Oh, monotone. What else? It sucked. It was out of focus. It was terrible. It was horrible, wasn't it? We've put on a lot of these webcasts so we know how to make them interesting. And that's what we're going to tell you tonight, how to do webcasts that don't suck.
That's right. So we're going to show you how to do I'm having a hard time today, rented lips. How to do webcasts that rock instead. So we're going to help you focus on, make sure you have focused content, make sure that you're using compelling visuals, make sure that you're interacting with your audience. And yes, you can do that even if you have an audience of 200 or 300. And so what we're going to do is introduce you to Sylvia Plath. Sylvia has decided to drop her depressing dark ways and go into the gardening kit business.
A gardening kit?
A gardening kit. She is going to have a webinar to talk to nursery owners about how to sell her gardening kits.
Well, the critical thing we always have to get people is don't have too much stuff. So we told Sylvia you can only have 3 topics: kit configuration, kit construction, and organic gardening benefits. And for those of you who can see this, remember always proofread.
Yes. So Sylvia starts out by telling a story. One of the great ways to get an audience engaged is to step on the X and tell a story. And what she did is she is talking to the nursery owners and saying, okay, customer comes in, they're asking about gardening kits, you take them over and you show them.
But the important thing is stop, shut up, and connect with your audience. Don't do that droning on and on thing. You don't want to hear 60 seconds of your voice over and over and over. And we're going to tell you how you connect, and here's the first point.
One of the ways you can connect is to get some help. If you do have an audience of 3 or 4 or 5 or 100 or 1,000 even, you can use somebody called a producer, and a producer can help manage those audience interactions.
Oprah's got a producer.
Yes, that's true. So do many others. In this case, Sylvia has found out from the producer that Samantha and Selma had a question about the red vegetable garden. So the producer is able to bring that question to Sylvia's attention while she's focusing on the information she wants to present.
Another great way, if you got a producer, is take a poll of every single person. You put it up on the screen and you ask them some sort of a question. And that gets every person who's watching to give you an answer. And the producer can run all of that in the background while you're talking and you're being Oprah and you're doing all that stuff. And here, we're having her ask, what configuration of the gardening kit do you think will be your best seller? And so some people are going to say the one for the vegetables, and one's going to say the one with the flowers, and they'll tell you all this stuff. And then after you've gotten that information, you can ask them questions in the chat over on the side.
That's right, and chat is a very important way. I can't tell you how many webinars I attend that shut off the chat. Chat is a great back channel for the participants to actually interact with each other. We're all smart people.
Wait a minute, you can learn things from each other?
Oh my God, yes. In addition, you can learn things from video. Let's say we were changing up the media a little bit, and Sylvia goes out and creates a video on how to put together one of her kits. So she takes a break from talking, and she goes out to her YouTube space and shows the video.
Listening to Sylvia Plath talk about gardening. Yeah, well, the other way you can do it is you can engage everybody by saying, give me one word. Tell me one word about why you think the cart's going to sell or about why you want to be a missionary. And everybody will type something in if you say one word. So you just get them to do something.
And we do want to make sure that if you are telling people they can ask questions, that you set the expectation that you will answer those questions. Either the producer will help you throughout the session do that, or you can take some of those questions back and put them on your blog.
Another great way is what we call annotation. You can draw on the screen like John Madden used to do, you know, when the linebacker missed the block and he could draw. You can draw a little box around that neat handle. You can say that's why people buy it, or you point to that guarantee. You can draw a big circle on the side over all the requirements.
And the point is to get the eyeballs back from the email and the other distractions in the office onto the screen.
Yahtzee.
Yes, playing Yahtzee. So another way you can do that too is to use a lot of pictures and not a lot of words. So in this slide, Sylvia is able to show how different people might have different configurations.
So why'd this work for Sylvia? All right, she focused on 3 topics. She told a story. She interacted, communicated. She used compelling visuals, and say it with me, she had a producer.
Okay.
So this was Webcasts That Don't Suck. She was
Dawn Adams Miller.
I was Dick Carlson. And we want you to do webcasts that don't suck.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.